Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? So, today we're going to be saving, we're going to be learning, we're going to be having the conversation, we're going to be just helping one another as we grow. Is that something that you're interested in? If that is something that you're interested in, stick around. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or share what we're doing. I enjoy what I'm doing and I'm encouraged by your participation and your support. So, don't forget that that's a vital part of our community is sharing, all right, and growing. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and that helps the video get into the hands of people who really needs it. So now that I've done that, you'll really encourage me as well. And I want to thank those of us that are continuing to grow, and I want to show my appreciation for all our members and our new members. I want to say welcome. I just want to get candid with you guys. I am really encouraged by the support because I am doing what I feel led to do. And of course, I know that a part of my purpose is to affect, all right, my community and also be an agent of change, right? Be a voice, right, among the people, right? And I want to do that effectively. So whenever I am excited about growing with people and excited about not the fear fact that, hey, just share my video. If it's not helping, don't do it, honestly. But if it's helping you and you think it can help somebody else, go ahead. Because I know that I am not here to help everyone, but I am certainly here to help some people. And if you find that in this community it is helping you and it can help others, share. If it's not your cup of tea, find your cup of tea and let's cheers to that, okay? So it's not about just racking in the numbers. Absolutely not. I want to be effective and I want to have a platform to share what God is doing in me. Does that sound good to you? And I encourage you to do the same because we're not called to do everything, but we're called to do some things, all right? And this is a platform that is encouraging growth. And for me, a part of growth is doing that physically in the garden with food. But that's not the only area I am growing in. I am growing as a wife. I'm growing as a woman. I'm growing as a mother. I'm growing as an entrepreneur. I'm growing as a believer. I am always growing. So take the limits off today. And I hope that you can find some nuggets here as you continue on your journey. Amen. So again, I'm going to talk today about how we can maximize the things around us. We don't always have to spend money. There are a few things, or even more than a few, that is around you and within your communities. And if you ask for help, that is available, and it doesn't always have a price tag to it. It doesn't mean that it's not worth something. The air you breathe is worth a lot. And I hope you're not paying for that yet, right? You know, water you drink mean a lot. And some people have the luxury of having lakes and springs that they can drink from and pure, nice water. Not everybody, so most of us have to pay for that. I grew up with the luxury of walking to a spring and drinking water directly beating off limestone rocks. I don't have that privilege today. I grew up where I could just stick something in the dirt and it grow. I don't have that privilege today. I have to buy dirt, or not have to buy dirt, but the dirt from the soil doesn't do as it used to. So it has to be highly, what would you call that? Fertilized. We go the organic way and, and till and all of that. And we know that some of that is literally a result of a falling world, right? That we will have to till the soil, right? We will have to activate it. It's not going to work on its own anymore. So there are natural things again that used to be so natural. One was, so we talk about air, we talk about water, right? Sunlight. I hope nobody's buying that. Well, we mimic sunlight by buying indoor lights that can help our plants for people who are not, what would you call that, living in areas that allow them that warmth to grow. So there are things though, however, after sharing that on a very light note, is to say that there are a few things though, wherever you live, that is available to you. Seek those out, and just don't always think that you just have to go in your pocket. There's sometimes when you have to, but not always. Contrary to popular belief, there's still a few things that we can get from the land, and one of them is behind me here, or beside me, behind me now, is a tree. It's an oak tree, and I wanted little stakes to put in my garden to help to stabilize my plant, and I'm going to walk you through that. And I'm thinking, where am I going to get that? Because I'm not where I grew up, where you could just walk on wild land, nobody owns it, and just pick some trees and cut down a few limbs, and not pick some trees, you pick some trees, like select the trees that you want to on a piece of wild forest or something, and you just go and you pick off a few branches or cut down a few branches and use it for your purpose. Here you might do that and you find out that you're trespassing. So therefore I've been wondering, where am I going to get these little sticks that I use, again, because they're not just, they're not just around. I remember when I was younger, sticks and stones would just be around. No, you have to buy sticks and stones. So I am like, wait a minute, where can I get this? And what are the different options I have? Always, you want to ask yourself, what are my options? What do I want? What is my objective? What do I hope to gain? And how am I going about doing it? And is there any other way I can do it other than the way I am thinking? Just to expand your thinking and your mind. So after brainstorming this in my headspace, I said, wait a minute, I have 2 trees in the back of my yard. You know what I'm going to do? 2 huge trees. I'm going to go ahead and take down some of the branches to allow a little bit more sun, if you can see, to allow a little bit more sun in. And also I'm going to use those branches and I'm going to clip them up. I'm going to just take off the trees off them, and I'm going to clip them up, and I'm going to stick them in the dirt to hold things like my tomato plants together, my beans together, without have to buy in a trellis or going through extra measures, and buying supplies to make a trellis. How can I just, there are different ways, and there are ways to do it on a budget, but I didn't even want a budget. I just wanted to go like, why can't I just get a couple limbs and or branches, aka, and just use them. So I'm gonna grab a few that I cut down that I did earlier, and I'm gonna show you that. Stay with me. All right, let's get this camera right today. Let's get it down. You can see what's going on. Can you see what's going on there? So, all right, guys. So I just take the branches down, and I'm gonna probably do this one. Here we go. And I get myself one of these at Walmart. And just doing one for the purpose of time, and you will get the idea if you didn't get it yet. And just wanting to tell you that while we're doing that there's so much things available to us. If we just seek, we will find. If we knock, the door will be open. Right? Ask and it shall be given. Sometimes you don't have the tree, but your neighbor does. And sometimes by asking, you help them because they were figuring out what to do with all that stuff. Sometimes for them it is trash, but for you it is treasure. So you might walk outside and you see your neighbor, they have trees, or they're getting ready for the fall and they're trimming back before the snow, before the storms, before wherever, the hail, I don't know where you live or whatever, just getting ready for the next season. You will see them with sticks, and you got to buy these at like Tractor Supply. Maybe they're a little straighter, but you have to buy them. But I don't think the plant care if it's straight or it's a little bit crooked, as long as it has something to stabilize it or keeps it up. So some of that is mind over matter, and you are the one that matter because the plant doesn't mind. So here we go on that. And it's not just in that area. Maybe you're thinking, I need a new outfit to go somewhere, right? And rightfully so, you might need one. But another area of always doing the things that you always doing, right? If it's working for you, I wouldn't change it. But if you're in the area of growth and change, and you don't want to be so predictable or so, what would you call it now? Systematic or whatever. You can say, all right, this time I would normally just go buy another outfit, but let me try to create one from the things I have. Or let me try to mismatch, or let me try to see if I can do something, and don't think that all people that you see creative just get up one day and decide that, oh wow, I didn't know I sew, I didn't know I can garden, I didn't know, it's in you, but it's developed. You had to tap into that undiscovered gift. I don't think all of what you can do today, you could do it, right? If that's you, well, thank God for discernment and wisdom. But for the rest of us, we grow into that. There we go again. We grow into that. So you might see somebody doing something and you say, they can do it because they're smart. They can do it because their mama and their papa was doing it, and rightfully so. But you can do it too, because a lot of things are learned, honey. Not everything are nature. What would you call that? Nature is it's born in you. Nurtured is that you discover, you nurture it, you grow it. Some things you have a born artist that they just born drawing, and you have, like my kids, their brother was drawing, and I said, all of you guys have to draw. I'm sorry, this is what we do. Every one of my kids draw. I do books. We take them to the library. They read. And I don't think if we were doing something, they probably would do something else. But we nurture these different things in them. And now, because of the mind that Christ gave us, it's so expanding, it's so curious, it's so powerful that once you facilitate what you're doing and spend enough time committed and nurturing it, it will grow. Does that make sense? So I guess that is what I'm trying to say. So now I'm not going to do any more for the purpose of time, but I just want to show you now what I'm doing with that. So stay tuned. So guys, this is my tomato plant right here, and I just created this little trellis for it, and I did it from just the sticks that I showed you, and it supports the plant and it keeps it, and then it will stay here and stay supported. I also wanted to also show you again. This was from board that people just put to the side of the road. These are little thread that was holding up an umbrella like a blind, and we didn't need the blind anymore, so we just used back the blind card to just run nails from there all the way up to keep our plants up. That's another way of making a trellis. And I want to show you these. These are all boards that couldn't work for somebody. I think my husband said they're 8 by 10, something like that. And we have, I can't tell you how much here. That looks like around 15. Somebody didn't want them, and we just picked them up, and we're gonna use them. Again, if you take a look at this right here, this is a wire, can be used as a trellis to keep something on a vine, and somebody didn't want it, and we just pick it up. That's just, different ways of using the things around you. These are pallets. These are from pallets. My husband cut it out, and my kids are making a tree house from pallets. These are pallets, and these are just boards that we make into a chartboard. That was just, again, people are doing renovation and stuff, and they just didn't want the board, and we just picked them up. So I'm just telling you that sometimes if you look around, you'll find stuff that you need, and maybe you have to repurpose it, but at the end of the day, you used your hand to create something, so you're gonna get that satisfaction, as well as you just repurposed something and recycled something, and it feels good. So it's just simple things like that. These that you see here that go right around and line this area, and it goes all the way around. It was just pallets that just reline something, and we just continue to recycle and reuse. And trust me, when you start it, you're gonna recognize that, oh my goodness, it's gonna pour into different areas. You're gonna be blown away by how everything changed, because your mind shifted to something else other than the norm. Your mind shifted. I don't even know what is this. This here was just at a Goodwill again. This box was just built. This raised bed was built. These are just trees that were cut down that we used to run this on, and regular nails just put up on our fence to run our trellis. So you'll see that a lot of things, you don't have to approach it one way to get to your result or your final result. There are many ways sometimes to look at one thing, and all you need to do at times is to step back and ask yourself the why, the how, and stuff like that. So I want to say, here we go. That's it, and it will keep that plant right there. So guys, thank you for watching, and we want to say goodbye from Grow Earth, and I hope that you start to just step back and look at the bigger picture and see how you can grow and how you can maximize your growing potential for this season. Bye bye for now.